to get to another point here about the case for the free market and the case for liberty and the case against statism, I think it's very important to do two things. One, to refute the intellectual content. That was to show that statism doesn't work. That's great. I'm not against it. I'm all for it, and I do it most of the time. But there's something else which I think is also important, namely to show it's not just intellectual error. Okay, this is where I agree with the public choice people. It's not just intellectual error. People aren't that dumb. A lot of people benefit from this stuff. We have to expose the fact that they are ripping us off. And one of the advantages of this is it gets people hot under the collar, as they should do. In other words, if you say, well, the farm price support program is a beautiful example of this. It doesn't work. It's irrational, etc., etc. It's all true. It hurts the consumer. People will say, yeah, okay. And they sort of walk off. They don't really care that much. It's like my students or anybody else has students in the classroom. But if you say they're ripping us off, these are a bunch of thieves, they're looting our pocket, then they start, they pay attention. They're interested. It rouses them from their usual torpor. And so the moral argument is actually an extremely important one, and even from utilitarian grounds. For example, take the farm price support program. Okay, farm price support program is, quote, irrational, unquote. It's the old way of looking at it. Okay, you pay the taxpayer pays the farmer. Taxpayer is fleeced. The government pays the farmer to produce less, or sometimes not to produce at all. And then supply goes down, prices go up. If the cheese or whatever it is stored in some warehouse and for many years. In addition to all of that, the Department of Agriculture is also paying farmers to produce more, increase their productivity, to irrigate, in the old days to electrify, to increase fertilizer. So it seems totally crazy. Why is the government paying the farmers, one, to produce more, and two, to produce less? Okay? It's irrational from the point of view of the consumer, from the point of view of the economic system. It's not irrational, however, from the point of view of two groups. One, the big farmers, who get paid to produce more and to produce less. That's great. They love it. Two, the Department of Agriculture, increases bureaucracy tenfold to run these programs. Okay, so we have a cozy coalition between the Department of Agriculture and the large farmers. They are ripping us off. I think this sets this thing at a historical point better than simply a sort of a logical critique of the program. In addition to that.